One of the biggest mistakes I see two-stroke owners making is starting and warming up their bike too quickly. This can cause the engine to cold seize, or at least cause more wear and tear, scoring the piston and cylinder, forcing you to rebuild the engine because it gets low compression a lot faster. But if you take too long to warm it up, you're wasting fuel. It could overheat, coolant could come spewing out the overflow hose. So how long should it take to warm up your engine? I'm going to show you how I warm it up. This is a cold start, and a cold start is simply when the engine is air temperature pretty much the first time you start the bike each day you go riding. So this is carbureted. I'll turn the choke on. I already turned the fuel on. I like to mix it around before I turn that on, but I already did that. So now I should be able to start it. This is e-start. Now it's idling a little bit low. I'll turn the choke off as soon as possible. And then you can either let it idle or kind of just blip the throttle lightly just to keep it idling so it doesn't die, because the idle will slowly go higher as the engine warms up. And now you can either let it idle for a minute or two, giving it little blips of throttle, or you can get on and start riding it. The mistake here is revving it up really high, really quickly to get it to warm up faster. But that's what causes premature wear and can cause the top end to cold seize. So if you want to start riding it right away, just put it in first gear and then just ride around at low RPM. Just kind of blipping the throttle, staying like under 3,000 RPM. You can shift up. You can go through the gears if you want. Up to third gear, fourth gear. So I'm not riding really slow, but I am purposely riding at a low RPM. This warms the engine up at a slower rate so that the piston doesn't run into the cylinder and cause it to score it. So how do you know when the engine is fully warmed up? Well, there's two signs that I listen for or pay attention to. The first one is touching the radiators or the engine, so the cylinder. And if they're still cold, or you can touch them for several seconds without burning your fingers, then it's not fully warmed up yet. I can feel that it's getting warm. It's probably 100 degrees already, but it's not too hot to touch. That means it's warm, but not fully warmed up. The other sign is when I try and give it more gas to accelerate quicker. If it bogs or has poor throttle response, that also means that it's not fully warmed up yet, because the air-fuel mixture ratio, it's different when the engine is cold versus when the engine is hot. This is because the engine parts are warming up and expanding, and just the air-fuel mixture changes as those parts expand. So the tolerances change, and it just burns the air-fuel mixture more efficiently. So it's been a couple minutes here. I'll give it a little bit more gas, a little bit more RPM. Still not getting high RPM yet, but a little bit higher, more like 3,000 to 5,000 RPM. Checking the radiator again. It's getting warmer, not super hot yet. I could hear that sputtering a little bit. Engine revs out a little bit cleaner, and the radiators are getting hot to the touch, so now you can just slowly build up that RPM. Now it has good throttle response. Engine idle is stable without having to blip it. Radiators are pretty hot to touch. Maybe not 100% warmed up, but it's getting pretty hot, so I have to pull my fingers off. So pretty much warmed up now, and you can, oh, still a little bit of a bog there, so maybe gotta wait another minute or two of riding. So once these are hot and it revs out cleanly, you're good to go. I'm Kelly Fagan from MX Hideout, and if you want to learn how to properly tune the carb on your 2-stroke or 4-stroke so that it has better power, better throttle response, and better reliability, you should start by learning how to turn the air screw or the fuel screw. I got a free guide. You can get that in the description below.